Well, the UK Home Secretary has approved the extradition. He's given his nod to the order by the UK court. Vijay Mallya now has 14 days to appeal this decision. He can obviously go to a higher court, and if there he gets an adverse decision, then he can also approach the Supreme Court. But of course, we are a step closer to bringing Vijay Mallya back. Remember, the UK court, the Westminster magistrate, had given its verdict in December 2018. Meenakshi is joining us with more on the story. So Meenakshi, definitely a step closer, but it's not as if Vijay Mallya is coming back home anytime soon.
Well, that's right, and not that Mallya can be got back forthwith, because there are other procedures which need to be complied with, namely the appeal stage is still pending there. But surely Government of India is viewing this as a big shot in the arm. As we speak, Arun Jaitley has also put out his reaction by way of a tweet, Tanvi, in the public domain, where he's saying as to how the government is closer to bringing Mallya back, while the opposition is rallying around Sharda scamsters. So that apart, very quickly, Tanvi, for the sake of our viewers, the UK Home Secretary pretty much had to deal with just 3 points, which is this: whether under the UK statute law, the extradition of Vijay Mallya was something which fell under the prohibited category or not. For that, they principally considered whether or not a death penalty would be awaiting Mallya in India, which was not the case. Whether or not the jail cell that he would be lodged in was something which was up to standards, which viewers will recall, video footage had been submitted in the Westminster court earlier to corroborate as to how the jail cells here in Bombay were adequately equipped. And thirdly, whether or not Mallya was extradited to the UK from another third country, which he was not. So within the purview of the UK statute law, since Mallya's case did not fall within the 3 prohibitory categories, the UK Home Secretary, Tanvi, was pretty much constrained to order his extradition, which a lot of experts here within the legal fraternity feel is procedural, because again, Mallya, like you pointed out, has 14 days time to file appeal in a superior court challenging the lower court of Westminster's decision and also the UK Home Secretary's decision. So Mallya may not be coming back to India forthwith.
All right, Meenakshi, thanks so much for joining us with that update. Quickly, let's also bring in Gaurang Kant, lawyer with the Supreme Court, on this. Gaurang, just to put this in perspective for our viewers as well, to understand what the pace of trial and cases can be in UK, how soon can Vijay Mallya be back? Because like in India, even in UK, you have multiple options of an appeal in a higher court.
True. It's the same common law which India follows. Is the same common law system which exists in United Kingdom too. So this is definitely a very positive step in the direction of getting a favorable order. Big day for the Indian government as well as the investigating agency. But at the same time, to bring him actually back, physically back to India, it will take some time, because the process of appeal is available to him, which I'm sure he's going to exhaust. So it means that he goes to the High Court, and then subsequently, if he loses, then to the Supreme Court. So we don't really see him coming back very soon. Probably the whole process would take almost 8 to 9 months, or maybe more, depending on how fast the case actually progresses. So, but then again, I mean, all said and done, I think it's a big day for the investigating agencies as well as the Indian government. Finally, they have been able to get one positive judgment in their favor. So it's a big step, I think, for us. I'm sure we will get to see Vijay Mallya soon and back in this country.
All right. Thanks so much for putting that in perspective, Gaurang.